Hello there and welcome back to another gluten-free, lactose-free and yeast-free baking video. How are we doing today? Seeing as it's my dad's birthday really soon, I wanted to do a video dedicated to his birthday. He loves shortbread and he also loves the flavour of lemon, so I thought I would combine the two today and make a lemon shortbread that is of course going to be gluten-free, lactose-free and yeast-free. You will be needing the following equipment: some scales, a grater or zester, 2 cookie sheets or baking trays, some baking paper, some spray oil, a large mixing bowl, a wooden spoon or electric hand whisk, a spatula, a rolling pin, a cookie cutter, a palette knife, and a cooling rack. You will also be needing the following ingredients: 100 grams of butter softened, I like to use lacto-free butter, 50 grams of caster sugar, 200 grams of gluten-free plain flour, and finally the Zest of 2 Lemons. So, let's go! First things first, measure out and prepare all of your ingredients so that they're completely ready for you to use, and then preheat your oven to 160 degrees C on a conventional oven, 140 degrees C on a fan oven, or gas mark 3. So now that we've done all that, it is now time to prepare our cookie sheets or baking trays. So for this we will be needing our cookie sheets or baking trays, our spray oil and our baking paper. So to do this, all we have to do is give our cookie sheets a quick spray of some spray oil. This I find just helps to keep the baking paper stuck down while I finish making the cookies. Then measuring the baking paper to the size of the cookie sheet. You can either use scissors or copy me and just tear it off. Place that down. Pressing it down so that the oil sticks to the paper. And that is it. So repeat this with your other cookie sheet or baking tray and then set these off to the side until we're ready to bake. So now that we've done all that nasty prep work, it is now time to begin actually making our shortbread. So for this we will be needing our wooden spoon or electric hand whisk, our large mixing bowl, our spatula and all of our ingredients. So the first thing I'm going to do is add all of my butter to my mixing bowl. Followed by my caster sugar. And now I'm going to mix these together until they are well combined and soft. So now that that is all done, I'm now going to add all of my lemon zest. So now I'm going to add a little bit of my flour to my mixture at a time, mixing all the time until it is well combined and forms a cookie dough. So, let's get a little bit of you in. There we go. It's probably too much, but never mind. And mix, mix, mix. So now that that is nearly done, I'm just going to scrape around the sides of my flour bowl so I lose as little of it as possible. And now using my spatula again, I'm just going to scrape around the sides of my mixing bowl. So again, I lose as little as possible. And now I'm going to mix it one final time for good luck. So actually mine's gone a little bit nuggety in form and crumbly and just like loads of little crumbs. So I'm actually just going to use my hand and press it together so it forms the cookie dough. There we go. So now that has become a lovely cookie dough. So the next thing to do is to roll this bad boy out. So for this I will be needing my rolling pin plus my extra flour for rolling. So now all I've got to do is add a little bit of flour to my work surface. And place my cookie dough on top. Just getting those last little bits there. There we go. Press you in. And now with my rolling pin, I'm just going to again flour it a little bit. And now just roll this out to whatever thickness you'd like. Great, that's all finished. So now that that is all done, grab your cookie cutter, your palette knife, and your prepared cookie sheets or baking trays. So now using our cookie cutter, whichever side or shape or whatever you like, cut out as many as you can from the dough you've got in front of you. And now either using your palette knife or just your hands, move your cookie cut outs to your prepared cookie sheet or baking tray. So let's move you out of the way. You want to space these out a bit because they spread out the tiniest bit. So now that the first lot is done, repeat this with the rest of your dough until you have no dough left. So now that that is all done, we're now going to place our cookies into our preheated oven for 15 minutes. After those 15 minutes are up, grab your cooling rack and place your cookies still on their cookie sheet or baking tray onto the cooling rack to cool for 10 minutes. After those 10 minutes are up, take your cookies off of their cookie sheets or baking trays, placing them back onto the cooling rack to cool completely. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the description below as I love everything in it, including the recipe for this lovely shortbread and all the links to all of the flour and equipment you will need for this recipe. If you do make this at home, don't forget to tag me on Instagram and use the hashtag bakingwithvickiie so that I can see all of your lovely creations. Let me know in the comments below of anything else you'd like to see me make gluten, lactose or yeast free, as I do them all. And finally, don't forget to like, leave a nice comment and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye!